Hi guys, I'm Ellen. I'm fairly new to Booktube, as in I saw a lot of Booktube videos, but this is my first one. I wanted to make a Booktube, so without further ado, we're going to jump in. For this first video, I thought it would be fun to make the Booktube Newbie tag. I saw a lot of them on Booktube from a lot of bookstagrammers and booktubers I follow. So let's dive in. First question, why did you start this channel? Well, like I said before, I watched a lot of booktube and I wanted to be a part of it. I think it's very lovely. I like it a lot. I like to watch the videos. I like to rant about books. I like to see book recommendations by other ones, so I wanted to try. So here I am. Question number 2. What are some fun and unique things you can bring to Booktube? That's a difficult question. I think just rant about books and talk my thoughts and share them with you guys if you're interested about it. Yeah, and like channeling my thoughts. I just started my reading log to channel my thoughts also, but I like to share them. So, and if there's going to be other unique and fun things, we'll see them along the way. Question number 3. What are you most excited for about this new channel? I think the most excited I am about is joining the community, read more books, being able to read more books, because now I don't read so much because of a lot of work pressure, and I experienced that when I'm joining readathons I can read more and of course connect to people. I started 1 year ago with Bookstagram. I'm not that famous, don't have much followers, but I don't care about that. I think it's just nice to have people to talk to, have like a few friends that I can talk to on Bookstagram, and I think Booktube is going to expand that even more. So that's what I think it's most fun about, to talk to other people and to other bookstagrammers. So we'll see about that. Question number 4. Why do you love reading? Well, it started when I was very young. I was in a difficult situation with my parents. I didn't fit in there. I didn't like to be at home. So reading books was my first escape from the reality, just diving into other stories. So I could put those bad situations a little while aside and enjoy books and enjoy other stories and just have a little bit of fun, even though it wasn't that fun at home. So, and of course discover new worlds and new universes. I like fantasy a lot, so yeah, that was my escape from the world. Question number 5. What book or series got you into reading? I have two options. I started reading when I was a child, like as long as I can remember, and I started reading books from Mark de Bel. He's a Belgian author. He writes about adventures, and all of his characters live in the same town, so the books are connected to each other. So that's why when I started reading, I loved his books really much. I even read them still now. I collect them. And then of course, like a really classic answer is Harry Potter. That was my first fantasy series I read, and I really liked it. So those two, like Mark de Bel and J.K. Rowling, got me into reading, really got me into reading. Question number 6. What questions would you ask your favorite booktubers? This is a difficult one because now I don't follow a lot of booktubers. The first that I subscribed to was The Wild Sasha. I really love her videos. I really love her personality. She's crazy and I love her for it. I really recognize myself in her. What I would ask her, I don't know. I pretty much ask her everything beneath her videos or on Bookstagram, on Instagram. She really answers quick. She's like open for everyone. Question number 7. What challenges do you think starting a booktube channel will be the hardest to overcome? Oh, I have 3 challenges that I need to overcome. One is being awkward in front of the camera. I think I'm so awkward in front of the camera. I got a lot of tips from people that are saying let yourself be awkward because you're gonna be anyway. So that is my first challenge. Challenge number 2 is my talking in English because English is not my native language. I live in Belgium in the Flemish speaking part, so I do have an accent. You can hear that. My English is just my English that I learned at school, that I learned from watching movies and series on TV, and from learning it by reading in English. Question number 8. When did you start reading? Yeah, well, as I said in the previous questions, I read as long as I can remember. I can't remember a stage where I didn't read. Question number 9. Where do you read? But I pretty almost carry a book with me all the time, so I read everywhere. When I have a book with me, I read. When I take public transport, I read in a bus. When I go to a doctor's appointment and I have to wait 5 minutes, I read my book. Even it's a half of a page, when I have spare time, I read my book. Well, most of the time I grab to my phone pretty easily, but I'm trying to work on that. So pretty everywhere when I have a book with me, I read. Question number 10. What kind of books do you like to read? When I started reading, I read a lot of adventure books. Now it's mostly fantasy. I really like fantasy. I'm really into it. I like the new worlds. I like the quests and the trips they're going on. I read the Sword of Truth series from Terry Goodkind. They're really good. It's a really long series. It's like over the 20 books or something, and he's still writing on it. I do often read some contemporary or romance, but it's more like an easy read between series or between books in series, because if you read a series from 20 books or more, I like to read like a small easy read in between, and then a contemporary or a romance is pretty good for that, just to take my mind off a little bit and think the fantasy series through, so I can start with a fresh mind. But the mostly main read I do is fantasy. So those were my 10 questions of the Booktube Newbie tag. I hope you enjoyed it. If you like my video, give it a thumbs up or subscribe. And well, I hope it wasn't that awkward and that I can make a lot of videos from now. So thank you, bye!